Welcome, guys, to session 2 of the Ratatoskr West March. We are basically starting off in Goldleaf, and to give you guys a bit of a catch-up on what happened last session. One, you guys basically all got together and met each other in a secret meeting room. You got to meet the leader, Daedalus, as well as their spy master, Vera. A certain halfling thought it was a good idea to try and stealth and pickpocket their spy master, but let's just say that they were let off with a warning. You guys sorted out how you're going to spend your mission funds. Part of that was our Tengu character deciding that the most trustworthy person was the halfling.
The thief halfling.
Yeah, the thief halfling. Thankfully, through sheer magical prowess, it was decided that all the coinage was handed off to Israfel, the one that seems to know how to spend money and how to make money. So, you guys left off after getting your supplies, and in the process being introduced to Watson, who is the leader of Ame's consortium. And then you set out on the road. You came across a merchant who was stuck. And you did very well in convincing him that you were going to help him, which you actually did. But then you also stole the reward that he was going to give you. Although unintentionally, yeah. However, he's decided to give you something different in that the next time you go back to Avalon and find his store, he will give you a discount on some of the items that he is selling. And so, you guys finally managed it all the way to Goldleaf, had a drinking competition, had some bets, had a lot of fun, and then you turned in for the night. Some of you passed out to sleep, some of you just kind of like going back, just sort of drunk and stumbling to your rooms. And so, some of you guys may wake up with a hangover, but it's a bright new day, and you can hear just a sort of commotion sort of going on outside the tavern. And that's where we'll start.
I am literally sitting at the front window, having watched 3 men just talk to each other and hyping themselves up for like 30 minutes before they started harassing those 2 kids. I'm just sipping my coffee.
Ono takes a puff of smoke. He's smoking indoors with a long pipe. Looks over to Ezrafel. 45 minutes of them doing that. A little bit more, maybe.
Well, that is fast. I didn't think they'd know any more vocabulary than what they just said.
Well, it was fun to listen to. You want to, like, intervene with them?
Should we, though?
Nah, seems fun.
I mean, I kind of want to see those 2 kids just stabbed in the gut.
Ooh, I want to see that too.
I mean, will they?
Yeah,
We take a
move
gamble on it.
over. Let me take this seat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I sit right next to.
By the way,
Ezra
how's
Fell.
the others are? Are they still hungover from their whole shindig last night?
A good chunk of them. Not a lot with good constitution, I guess. But, you know, it happens in the line of work.
So I look again outside. What's still happening? Are they still being harassed?
Okay, so what you guys see outside is that there's these 3 adventure types, and they're kind of a little bit rough. One's a bit big, he looks tall, and he's got a bow on his back. Another one has got a short sword and a spear just by his sides. And then the last one doesn't seem to be visibly armed, but he's sort of like holding himself in a stance. so he's obviously very well trained. There are two fairly young adventurers. They seem to be very laid down with baggage, and the one behind, they appear to be siblings almost, with the sister sibling sort of on the ground, just sort of like trying to catch her breath, with belongings spilled out all in front. And the brother is kind of like a little bit concerned about her, just sort of like glaring at the adventurers in front of them.
Now, what we have here, Ono, is a classic extortion scheme. You see those three tough-looking fellows there. They tend to look all tough, and they try to get the greenhorns and intimidate them and whatnot to get money from them, under the guise of, you know, such and such helping. But as you can tell from that young lad right there, they probably could see through the ruse for what it is.
Ooh, I've seen smaller people take on larger ones.
I mean, it's a whole David and Goliath situation. I'm sure if he gets one lucky critical hit on the other, they could go down pretty easy. I would imagine they would, they're all talk. But then again, I could be surprised. You can't really judge someone by the way they look. But they do look very generic, if I would say so.
Yeah.
As generic as they can be.
Alright.
Yeah.
And also,
You ever wonder what it's like for them to live like a stereotype? You think people just wake up one day and go, you know what? I'm gonna be a generic thug in this small town.
Can't imagine that myself.
Okay. Enough of the roasting. I'm going to I'm going to get Rested to introduce himself in. So Ono and Israfel. Oh shoot! I lost Roll20 for a brief moment.
Yeah, get fucked.
DM's gone. Roll all the dice.
Yo, I'm in charge now. Everyone, sit the fuck down. Hands up. Give me your gold.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
no.
rolled like 520.
Gold.
No, I'm back. All right. So
back.
So, Ono and Israfel, you just see, walk through the entrance, a tall tabaxi. He's very lithe, and he's got black fur, and he's got like a panther-shaped face. He just seems to go and sit down at your table.
What's their general height, actually?
So, Resid, what's the general height for Luzet?
7 feet.
7 feet?
Dude, I'm like
He is
5'6".
built different.
Different.
I'm a fucking short king here.
So, big guy, you see the things going on outside, the
miss.
commotion? I turn towards this tabaxi who's just walking in and sitting at the table.
He literally just sat down at our table, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Which is why I immediately bring up the situation.
So, Smitty,
What's up?
you would recognize these people as your fellow operatives of Ratatoskr. And so, just to give yourself like a brief introduction, just of your character, just out of character, just introduce your character a little bit, like who you are, brief background, that kind of thing.
Okay, so brief background on my character. My character's name is Lucette Har. He is a tabaxi, basically a cat person, and he's very tall. He's a monk. He's built different because I rolled stats very well. And as for backgrounds, he grew up in a mountainous village, and he was kind of a narcissist because, again, he was strong. He was born stronger than everybody else, due to a warrior inheritance that he didn't know he had, an ancient warrior inheritance. So he grew to become a narcissist until one day, when he was 15, some dude arrived at the village, and at the same time that a village was being stalked by a monster. the dude thought of the monster, and it inspired Lucette to follow him in secret, and eventually followed him to the monastery, in which he became his monk training, and is now taking part into very harsh trials to reach some sort of enlightenment. That's the general gist of the background.
We're talking about 3.
Huh?
Oh, just the furry scale.
The furry scale.
And the furry
Oh.
scale.
On the furry
Right.
scale, how furry is Lucette?
Not a 4.
How furry it is?
Yeah. How furry Lucette is? Is he a
The
1?
backseas are on. Are like in the limit of 2 and 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 and 3. I think 3.
Well, he does look pretty feral, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I imagine the bigger the number, the more feral he will look, or the
Yeah.
least feral he will look. Okay, then he will probably be something like a 3. Like he looks very feral. Like you will probably consider him like a mindless creature for how strong and tall he looks, but no, he's just
I mean, he's
He's-
shirtless, right?
the token is shirtless. I didn't find anything that was to my liking.
No, he's shirtless to us.
Okay,
He
rest
just
assured.
wants- Like he may have tempered himself with humility during his monk training, but he knows how to show off his abs.
Okay, then let's put it at a 2 then, because we can very clearly see that the motherfucker is a bodybuilding. He's bulking up on that muscle mass.
Maxed out.
He's maxed down.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the gist of it.
Yeah. Yeah. You.
Anything else?
Also,
Anything else you may want to know?
just one other thing is that when you goes and sits down, he looks a little bit tired because he's essentially like dashed and ran all the way here from Avalon. So in the journey that took you guys about like 2 days, he made it in like 1.5.
Jesus.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Well, hey there, Nike. There's Lewin from Furry Town.
Yeah, only took like a day and a half.
Avos getting white noise for your shit.
That's not me.
I hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's from Evios.
I hear it
Yeah.
too.
Okay, there we go.
Yay.
Okay, as I was saying, yeah, could have done it in faster time, but I imagine there was not gonna be any rush, right? After all, there was not gonna be any difference between making it half a day earlier or not, right?
Guess not. We spent like the last half day just kind of chilling over here, so.
Half of us are drunk. Or rather, we're drunk. They're kind of dealing with the hangover.
I see.
I guess this is a good time as any to move my character into the room.
Yep.
Yeah.
That should be a good
Introduce
time.
myself as well. I wasn't drunk, I think. I was just sleeping or praying, whatever paladins do.
You want
Praying.
a paladin? You tell me.
I was didn't
Hey,
always
Eris.
sleep. Right.
And for
So I walk in, I glance slightly a bit to the tall creature in front of me before coming down, realizing he's not a monster.
Right. Y'all don't.
So
know
I say
each
to everyone,
other.
"Hi, good morning, my fellow friends. I pray that this day has found you well. Who might you be?" Peter, I sit down.
Right. So, Paris, Luzette, Paris.
How tall is he? How
Yeah,
tall
I'm
is
young.
he?
Did Paris just sit on
No,
me?
no.
Harris, you're sitting. You're sitting.
Like I'm not sitting on him. Like I'm just trying to imagine the massive height difference here.
So
No,
what that said? Smitty said they're 7 feet, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how this is in feet, but I'm 1 meter 85 centimeters.
It's like 1 second.
He's about.
Yeah.
He's just over 2 meters tall, basically. He's
Two
like,
point- 13 meters.
yeah,
Just slightly. Yeah.
like he's a tall guy.
Yeah, but I'm not that. I'm not tiny like the dwarf.
Or the halfling.
Okay, so in
It's
centimeters, it will be something around 214 centimeters.
Oh, that's tall.
Yeah.
I stretch out my hand and say, "A pleasure to meet you. I hope you can be of. I hope I can be of help in our next adventure."
I stretch out my hand and I shake and I receive the salute. And tell him, hopefully you will. And hopefully we can get along just fine.
I seem
Oh,
pretty
nice.
cool. Running
I like
for a day and a half straight.
They actually sent another social Ratatoskr.
I'll wake up all groggy, getting a massive headache from the hangover. I suddenly look over across at the table. What? My Paris demon is this time as a furry? Fuck, I must still be dreaming. And then fucking
Nope,
falls
you're
back
awake.
asleep.
Okay, now you're not awake.
Could I move over and see if he's alright? It's been like that for a long time now.
I mean, you're the paladin. Go ahead and check on him. If
I
you
just
will.
thought that dwarves sleep on chairs.
I always thought they sleep on rocks, but
Could.
Are there
Yeah.
any other people passed? Are there any other people still in the inn? Like passed out on the tables or anything?
I think they are.
Because that, otherwise, so Heckleberry would just be sitting next to them, talking to them, telling them about how his great uncle was a great thief who did this and that. They're all made up lies, but he'll keep talking. He's been talking to them all night long, even when they fell asleep, and he's still doing it.
Just background noise.
Talk to the night.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. So, what is
You
Wolf
hear-
doing? What is Wolf doing?
Ah, my flow. What?
So, it seems like Wolf is still in his bed.
Wasn't he the one that rolled a natural 1 on his Constitution save?
It might be.
Might be.
Yeah, it was. He took his cat to collect the prize for gambling.
Okay. Well, in any case, it seems like the events outside are starting to come to a head. This is the NPC's turn.
As you say, it's quite dangerous in this area. We can really help you, you know. Tom, tell him about it.
Yeah, you could definitely use our help.
I said, Tom, not you dick.
Oh, you ass, Harry. Get off me.
Harry, not Harry.
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 Forget it. Anyways, you guys surely need our help, no?
We offer a good rate. It's very dangerous and everything. Plus, we know them Prometheus people.
Yeah? We're fellow adventurers of Prometheus. We've
Yeah.
even, you know, been on an adventure with them. Once, you could say.
Yeah. Okay, so Jack's going to stand up and walk a couple of steps towards you guys and say, "Sure, the both of us really appreciate you guiding us. However, isn't it about time that we got a chance to participate in a real adventurer?"
Real? You are
Real?
talking to one right now.
Yes, we are.
The best you could find in this entire town, I could say.
Yes, this is a prominent place it is. There's even a spot nearby. If you give us 5 more gold, we can take you there and help you.
Exactly. Yes.
We
So,
don't
hand it
we don't
over.
have that much. We've been your baggage carriers ever since we got into town, and you've been paying us in silver.
We will bring it down to 1 gold then, and try to keep whatever you find. It is really a steal.
Yeah, best deal you're gonna get here. Trust me.
Oh yeah, right. I totally forgot to stream roll 20 for the audience. I'm so sorry.
After all, why would we lie? We are friends of Prometheus after all. They're been good people. They're famous over here.
Best friends.
Yeah.
Still, as Tom, I'm not letting him get that power.
Oh, William, look at the window. There are some people looking at us. Maybe they also need some help.
Oh, maybe they're better targets. What do you say, Harry? Tom?
Yeah, I mean, we gotta help out all we can. That's what Mum said.
Well, I guess we gotta get our stuff from the back from these two worthless adventures.
Yeah. Anyway, if you two wait here, we can go. Do you want to go see what them are gonna say? I'll start with these nice people.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Tom is just like, "Oi, you two," saying to the two adventurers in front. So this is.
Oh wait.
Yeah. Meet us outside the village in 1 hour. Don't be late. You want a real adventure? Then we'll take you on one.
Yeah. We know the good spots. Hey, let's go see these two people, Richard.
Yeah, they could use our help. Anyways, see you in an hour.
Yeah. Anyway,
See you in an hour.
1 hour.
Yep. Anyway, both of them, the three groups of adventurers seem to go inside, and they immediately start walking towards you guys as Ratatoskr.
Hey, hello there. You sure seem to be new. We like to help people. So you want any help?
Yes.
Don't know.
Let's help.
Ezrafel like leans on his chair, snaps his fingers, and turns to Luzette. Hey, Luzette, buddy. Do you think we need help? Why don't you stand up and show them why we probably do need the help?
I mean, I can see it clearly. He's not wearing anything. He can get hurt.
Or yeah, I can't even stand one hit.
Hey, that's rude. He's at least wearing pants.
I could stand up, but you know, it would probably hurt me a little bit on the neck doing so.
Even that's a
And look in my
Always said you must wear protection.
Oh, well. I'd say you're just as tall as my brother, Harry. Pronounced Harry.
It's pronounced Howie. We've been over this.
Harry. We've been over it.
It's like how you were born Richard, but you keep saying you got to be called Dick.
Call me Dick, because that's my name.
No. It's technically William. You insisted on calling yourself Richard, and now you insist on calling yourself Dick.
All right, Wolf is stumbling down from his room outside. He sees this conversation taking place.
Oh, look! Another person! Hi!
Oh, what the fuck are you? What the fuck is a wolf doing?
Oh no, he's on our side. He's cool. What's up, Wolf?
Don't be mean. He's racist.
Now. He's
Okay,
a
reach
cat.
the table.
Dog.
At least.
Racist. We would
My
never.
head hurts like a fucking whippersnapper
Down,
after he
let's
took
get
an
you
axe
a-
to the head. Oh fuck.
Waitress, please give him a glass of water. I don't think he's doing alright with this.
I'm not good at all. That I should not have drunk that much after. What the fuck happened last night?
You had one drink.
You literally had one
drink
cup.
and
One.
out like-
I'm pretty sure I had like 5 mugs.
Actually, he drank the entire alchemy jug that we had. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was like,
One drink.
That
and
is
for like
considered
wine, and for like wine and beer, that's the equivalent of like 10 gallons, I believe.
it is and all.
considered one.
Gee, what is? I heard fucking shit ton of talking. I was like, what the f going on?
Yeah, that was us. We are friends of the party Prometheus. We like to help people around here for just 3 gold each. We can show you the good spots.
Ew. Fucking Prometheus, what a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Gold. Yes, a fucking. No, so I am incredibly sorry for my with a laughing fit there, but I don't think you're part of Prometheus. If I you don't look like it.
Yeah, we are. We're new.
Hey, don't worry.
And they asked us to help out people around here.
Hey, which guy? Is this a fucking comedy act or something?
No, these are fine, upstanding gentlemen of this fine community, and they are offering their help to us newcoming adventurers.
Yeah.
As you can clearly see, gentlemen, we are greenhorns in comparison to you 3. Our good friend Wolf there, he drank 1 cup and had a massive hangover, passed out completely. Now, I have these dainty little arms that can't even lift a thing. We don't even have armor on our good friend our good friend Lizette here. And oh no, I don't even want to get into his troubles. So yeah, we would love for you to help us.
Wonderful.
Oh, great. Yeah, great.
So 3 gold each, and we meet up with the other 2 individuals we sent along. We can show you the good spots. There's this dungeon that's recently been here. It's just dangerous if you're not in a group or with talented people like us. Mm-hmm.
So you're
yeah,
like the
3 gold?
No
Now
worries.
that's a deal. What a
So
deal.
what a deal.
What a deal. That's what I said as well.
You
So,
So you're like the tour guide to Prometheus?
Yeah, we show people good spots and we help them. We make sure they don't die on their first trips.
happen to be so kind, you know? So kind.
It's only for 3 gold, huh?
Only for
It's
3
so
gold
cheap.
each.
Anyone can offer 3 gold each. So that's 9 gold. I mean, wait, 3 gold per one of them.
It'll be 3.
Okay, that's not
three.
not how we do the counting. Hold on.
Now that would be okay. I'm guessing they're not very good at math, so I'm gonna give them 18 gold instead of the 21 that's required.
We find you to give it a dict, Larry.
I just now, gentlemen, don't worry. I know the math. I'll have you 18 gold.
Oh, you see, that's almost enough. Clearly, you have 1 more person. So, I would like to have 21.
Yeah, okay, hang on. Who's the one that was trying to deceive them with the mount? Roll deception.
That was me.
Yeah, roll
Okay.
deception.
Deception. 11, unfortunate.
What
Yeah, so
are you doing? Clearly, there's enough there.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Gotta be.
Do you know guilt is my strong suit? Mm.
Right.
I got
DM,
1 arrow,
DM.
2 arrow, 3 arrow, 3 arrow, 4 arrow.
That's enough, Harry.
Harry.
Can I
Yes.
try something?
Sure.
So I'm extremely sorry to the halfling. Can I convince them to make the halfling 1 gold and 50 silvers, since they are suboptimal size?
Do they
Try
even know that the
roll
halflings with
persuasion.
Do they even know that the halfling's with the party? The halfling's just talking to some random guy who's spouting stories about his family tree.
Oh yeah, I
Fight
never
win.
mentioned the half one, did I? No, we are rolling average today, unfortunate.
Very average
Wow.
attempt.
Unfortunately,
You know,
that's not enough to persuade them.
too bad.
Maybe-
My mom always said the price is right. So,
Yeah.
21
Mama's
gold
always
is the
right.
deal. It's on the table.
tried to-
Boy, you don't have a
don't be
deal for
mean to the smaller folk.
have a deal for anyone who's under the age of 12.
I tried to convince him to give us a trial run, like show us their example of their abilities.
So basically,
Okay.
like a 10 gold now, and then we'll pay the rest later, sort of thing.
Half,
Yeah,
half.
something like that.
Okay.
If that's the
Station-
case, we'll ask for double.
Hold
Wow,
on,
we were
I think
like-
I have
Wow.
an advantage.
If that's the case, we'll have double, so 6 gold each if that's the case. We'll pay later.
It's just a fine, nice deal. The nicest around, you could say.
Never find the better.
So, the money, yes, that's a deal, I think.
That's 21 gold, right?
21.
21.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm on the table. 21.
I hand over like 21 gold.
That's a deal. So,
You got that dick, or you want me to put it in my purse?
I'll take it.
And meet us at the gates of town in hour.
Our pleasure, gentlemen.
Yeah.
See you in an hour.
Yeah.
See you guys there.
Yeah. As
Nice
you,
doing business.
Yeah. As you walk out, Tom guys can just see Tom just sort of like giving you a stare and just like a smirk as he walks out. All right.
I wave back to them.
These people weren't smart at all.
All right. Now,
I'm so good at
unfortunately,
this.
that's where Tom, Dick, and Harry here are going to disappear from.
Really? You're not gonna show up at all?
That's a shame. I wanted
No,
these guys to
gonna
die.
throw my iron pot at their head.
The
So Ezreal, you want me to chase him or what?
Nah.
Yeah.
I was actually in the middle of typing something to the DM in whispers. I was. Is it too late to do that?
Too slow.
What?
Type what you gonna type out. Everett. Something might
I
happen.
was gonna whisper that I had my familiars follow them.
Okay.
Yeah.
To be fair, familiar doesn't actually last too far. The range isn't too
It's like
far.
100 feet or something?
Yeah, it's 100 feet.
To
So
look
it's not-
through their eyes, but they can go as far as they please.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't really just like. I don't want to look through. I just want to keep track of them with my familiars. Is the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So what kind of familiar are you seeming after them?
Since I don't sleep, I was doing all my ritual spells.
Hmm.
So I was summoning a, what do you call it? I think a hawk.
A hawk?
it was? Or-
Sure.
Yeah, a hawk.
Okay.
You don't sleep? We are the same.
I like my sleep.
Okay,
I'm an
so
elf.
as the three adventurers leave the tavern, you guys see this hawk just sort of like take off from the eaves and just go follow after them.
Y'all see that?
Where'd that bird come from?
I mean, we
Get the
are
bird
in a
here.
rural town. I imagine there's animals all over the place.
All right.
Well, you can convince me for now.
Okay. So, outside, still on the ground, is the two young adventurers who are just sort of like working together to pack up their belongings.
Now, let us be knights in shining armor.
That never fit me. I walk out.
I'm wearing all black, so not me either. But Harris, my man.
Harris, you want to be the knight in shining armor?
I am afraid I do not understand what you're asking of me, but if I can rise to the occasion, I will be glad to do so.
Yeah, this is why, Harris. Look at what you just said.
But I don't know. I'm kind of didn't see the kids getting like bullied, so
Oh,
Just
right.
the right reason.
Two kids outside. They got their stuff on the ground because of those three idiots. So, let's help them out and see if we can get some information out of them. By looking
of
really
course.
nice people, even though we might not be actually nice people.
I'm
Not
not.
And what
actively
would give
we
you
are.
that idea?
Well,
Right,
I was
let us
thinking
go.
that Wolf was like one trigger away from shooting those three down.
Would that have been funny?
Were kind of rude, weren't they?
That would have been hilarious. I would have approved. But
Why didn't he do it? I'm so disappointed.
I mean, I imagine it was because of the hangover.
I would think so too. Would it be also funny to see a hungover guy trying to shoot someone within 5 feet of him?
Yeah, until he misses the person and instead shoots himself in the foot somehow.
That
Comedy.
I was within. If he missed, it would have gone straight to either you or me. Oh no.
Okay, so
It will have,
I can slash a bullet
well,
midair.
I can guarantee you, it will have more than likely gone for you.
okay, guys. So, Harris, you've approached these two young adventurers. What are you doing?
So I move in to check them out. Can I? Well, I suppose you already seen what they are, so I'll just introduce myself. So, well, good morning, my fellow villagers. Or good morning,
They're adventurers.
my friends. I see you are in a bit of a I don't know that yet, I suppose. Good morning, my friends. I see you are in a bit of trouble. I hope I'm not being a nuisance, but I would like to help. We are new in this town yet. We hope that me and my party that are in this we hope to be of assistance at this town.
Yeah, and and the young boy, he looks up to you and just sort of isn't very trusting of you. So roll me a persuasion.
Persuasion, alright.
All right. So he looks you up and down, and he just sort of nods and says, "Well, for starters, you can help us pack up our things."
I would be glad to help. So I move in and do I roll something or
No. You're just helping them
there.
now.
right?
Yep. And so, Kit, what are you exactly trying to? You can ask him any sort of question now, like,
So,
you can see
You
that.
look young. Yeah. You two look young. Are you new in this town? Or have you lived here long?
The sister speaks up and says, yeah. She just sort of wipes away her eyes for a bit and keeps picking up her things. She says, yeah, we just got to this town about a week or so ago. We heard that there was a new adventurer guilds that was starting up here, and we heard that this was a good place to start out. And so, me and my brother thought that you can clearly see that she's trying to hold back tears. And as she explains that, they were trying to start out here, and they were approached just like you guys by those three adventurers before, and they said that they'd help them show the ropes, just give them some tips for their new adventurers. And they gladly accepted. They paid the 3 gold fee, thinking that they would be great tutors. And at this point in the story, the brother is looking down, and you can see him just sort of like clenching his fist and just sort of like biting his lip. And he just has an outburst and says, "They're nothing but thugs. All they've done is just treat us as their servants. Well, they go out and get all the glory."
I see. Now, so I look at the two kids and then I glance back to my teammates. Then, like, I hold my chin and I'm starting to puzzle things together. Now, you two, I don't want to promise anything yet. I am sure that these thugs, we also contacted them. Well, they contacted us. But I'm thinking that if in the short time I've met my teammates, I have something coming from them, so well, I'd say kind of jokingly why I help them. But let's not bother about that too much. You've been in this town a week, right? Could you tell me something of interest about it?
Oh, what, you mean this town? Well,
Yeah.
well, you see, we heard some rumors, and there was, like, a dungeon that's formed outside a place, and, there was a rumor that an adventurer party had just been through here. I think you may know them, Prometheus, and they had delved into this dungeon and came back with lots and lots of treasure. And so, we thought we'd try our luck.
And in this town specifically, since the Talks contacted you, have you managed to... how can I say it? Have you managed to reach out to any other people? Are there any other places that
No.
the Talks might have been seen?
No,
contacting to?
it seems like just wherever we go, when we're trying to talk about this abuse that we're suffering, no one seems to believe us. All they see is just a very successful adventure party, and that's all they care about. That no monsters are getting into their fields. Yeah, sure, they may offer a helping hand for us if they could see that we were struggling, but those three, they're smart. In the view of others, they tend to treat us very well. But, and he just sort of like clams up.
For such bruised men, they do seem to be quite convincing somehow. But I'm sure that we can work together for the little while we are here. I would recommend not getting too acquainted with them from now. We're also meeting them soon, I guess. I have overheard that, my companions talked about it. Maybe, since you told me this, I'll try to work out with them what exactly happened. That make you happy?
Yes, that would help us out a lot. Also, we have to go. If we're not there in an hour, I don't know what they'll do to us. And they finish packing their bags, and the two kids and the two siblings just take off.
Quite troubling. So I move back into... I suppose they can hear me, right?
Ono was leaning on the door the whole time.
Huckleberry, you understand, he doesn't hear any of this. He is completely oblivious to the situation. He's still talking to the guy who's passed out on the table.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that.
You're gonna have to come get him later.
Right.
Huckleberry, roll me a Constitution as well. Because you've said that you've been up all night, just talking.
Oh man. I'm rolling well today.
Huckleberry, despite the fact that you've been talking all this night, you're feeling very, very tired right now.
Yeah, I think he's probably like slurring his words and just like he's talking slower than usual. Usually he talks really fast to people.
Absolutely.
But now he's just like next to the guy, just like half asleep, still telling him a story, but it's like half gibberish, half coherent. But I mean, even if he was fully awake, it would be complete gibberish anyway. But
yeah, like and you would. I don't think you would realize this, but there's no one actually there. He's just talking to himself. The guy that he was talking to kind of woke up and is gone by this point.
Even better, he still talks to the NPC.
I go check on him and tell him, seems like you actually needed 3 days to get here to be well rested if that's the case. And I try to shake him a little bit to see if he responds coherently.
Ooh, I look and watch and see what happens.
When the little halfling man looks up to the 7-foot tall tabaxi.
Oh, well, I might watch what goes on with this situation.
Yep. Alright, so what happens?
Okay,
The
so
halfling is, like, half delirious at this point.
I think he's still going to be talking to, even if when his party comes over, he's still going to be there. He's not going to receive anything. He's going to be there, still talking to the person. He's like, "Hey Jimmy, did I ever tell you the time about?" He like the latter half of the sentence just trails off. He mutters something about a blue dragon, and then he like half falls asleep for a few seconds, and then he starts talking again. And he falls asleep again.
Yeah.
Gonna shake him awake again?
I'm gonna try to shake him again. Actually, okay, he's a halfling. Halflings are short, aren't they?
They're tiny.
Okay, can I just lift him up and shake him like Mr. Shakedown in Yakuza?
Yes.
Will I need a strength check for that?
He's 35 pounds, so
35 pounds? What's your strength?
16, I think.
Nah, you can easily lift him.
Okay, I lift him and I give him a good shakedown. And like, obviously not to harm him, just to see if he reacts in some coherent manner. Okay.
Alright, so what does Huckleberry do?
I think Huckleberry slightly wakes up. He's like dozing off. He's now conscious that the party is there. Like, oh, what time is it? Where's Jimmy?
It's time for you to rest. That's what time it is. And I gently put him down.
Oh my goodness, Jamie just turned into a giant 7-foot tall thing.
I think he's still somewhat asleep.
I look at whoever is Jimmy, and I'm like, yeah, we totally look the same.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm just trying to scare him.
All right, so I put him down again, and I'm just chilling next to him to see if he will go on back into his dream world while he's still awake.
Actually, it's kind of useful that you're lifting him around. You want to lift him over here so we can discuss?
It depends.
Why don't you... I'll just create a sling, like a baby, like for a baby, and just like, put him around you.
What's 35 pounds?
What's 35 pounds indeed? Like, I'm actually very lightweight. Like, I'm carrying pretty much nothing that is pretty heavy equipment. I have no weapons and barely any gold, so yeah.
By the way, can we buy at least 1 gold worth of coffee for him to drink?
Gold worth of coffee?
Yeah.
Can we use the jug for that actually?
I don't think it makes coffee.
I feel like it did.
No, I believe.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it does.
Unfortunate.
The one thing we need but can't make.
You know.
What type of jug is this?
You know, through all my journeys, I've discovered that the best method to not being sleepy is to actually rest. So why don't you rest for now?
That is wise. You can tell that this man has a lot of wisdom.
It is free after all, too.
Now, Huckleberry, I need you to just snuggle your way into that giant tabaxi's chest and just drift away to dreamland.
Huckleberry's already asleep.
Doesn't respond.
Is he nuzzling the tabaxi's chest?
if you pick him up, he'll do
I
whatever. I think
okay.
he's just there.
Okay, I'll pick him up like a cat from the back of the scuff of his neck, and just have him dragged around. Well, not dragged around like a sack of potatoes, but like actually lifting him up like if he were a cat from the back of the scuff.
Just... Wait, who has a backpack with them?
Huckleberry has a backpack.
Okay, put him in the backpack.
And
And-
his backpack,
His
Backpack's probably
backpack is.
smaller.
it's smaller than him.
I
I
would-
want to see it.
Who
I
has
would
an-
probably need to fold him in like 7 pieces for him to fit in his own backpack.
Okay, put him in your backpack then.
I have no backpack, I think.
Okay, who's got the biggest backpack among us?
Hang on, let me just grab.
I have a pouch, but no backpack.
Actually, check my inventory.
Actually, I go up to the proprietress. I need a sack of potato. I need a literal sack. In
Yeah,
rope.
we'll take this one to go.
The proprietress, the tavern keep, just sort of like nods in like understanding. It's not the first time someone of diminutive stature has been carried out of her establishment this way.
Alright, I take the potato sack, walk over to Huckleberry and Luzette, get Luzette to put him in the potato sack, and then tie the potato sack to Luzette.
I could just simply carry him like he's just my
No.
luggage.
Just,
It's funnier this
you
way.
might need both hands.
Do I need to roll another Constitution save for air? For oxygen inside of this potato sack?
We could make a few holes. We can make a few holes on the sack.
No, we keep the head open. Only his head will be visible.
Oh god.
Yeah. All right.
The potato sack tangent is important to the plot, I promise.
I was thinking of poking like 2 holes, like if it were eye holes, and then just have him carrying him around in my back. Oh god.
Alright.
Yeah, tactical halfling.
Tactical.
Now, if we are ever in a pinch, just take the rope tied around that sack, we'll use it like a sling, and throw that halfling at the enemy if need be.
Exactly. Remember, you don't have to be faster than the monster. You just need to be faster than the slowest member of the party.
That's the halfling.
That's
it.
the halfling.
They literally do have less speed.
No, actually, surprisingly, the dwarves have the slowest speed. Let's see.
Really?
Is it dwarf and then halfling?
Oh no. Halfling 25.
Yeah, like dwarves, gnomes, and the
Dwarf is also 25, I think.
Yeah,
gnomes
25.
also have 25.
Yeah.
I think
about
it depends
about
on.
that
Wait, I think it
goblin?
depends what kind of halfling you are to get to 25 feet. Don't one of them don't one of the Lightfoot the ones called the Lightfoot have more speed?
No, Lightfoots I think just are able to like hide within other
Oh.
people's squares and stuff like that.
I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow, he really is the slowest.
Yeah.
One of.
One
Yeah,
off.
okay. But hey, he's a rogue.
Yeah.
Our Siwu over there is a paladin. He could tank hits.
Yeah.
See who doesn't need the speed.
He's a walking rock.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you guys have sorted out your halfling problems.
That seems like
And-
most of our problems so far.
The only problem. The
Okay.
problem is now the problem is now in the body bag. Easy.
Okay.
Oh, that's the white nose.
What
Alright,
should I roll
Avius?
for how many hours I'm asleep? What should I roll for how many hours Huckleberry?
I'm just gonna say that you get a short rest through all this.
Oh yeah.
Until next scene, you'll be sleeping.
Yeah. So
Alright.
like you're gonna be asleep for about 2 hours.
Alright, let me know when 2 hours is up.
Okay. So, you guys, you have two options now. One, you can go talk to some of the villagers and just see what their general opinion is on those three adventurers you saw around. Just to see if there's like any kind of truth to what those two young adventurers, Jack and Jill, were saying. You also can just choose to go immediately out to the field and
We got
try
an
to.
hour, right? We have an hour until then, right?
I'd say about 30 minutes or so at this point.
Okay, yeah. Let's split up, gang.
Oh boy.
Search for clues.
And search for clues.
Sounds good to me.
I wonder how is this sleeping man gonna talk to people?
Oh, he's not.
He's
Oh,
not.
he's just tied to the tabaxi at the moment.
Yeah.
Like the tabaxi's gonna walk into an establishment with a sleeping halfling as in his knapsack, and he's like, "Hey, tell me about these three guys." That should be an advantage to his intimidation.
His role.
check.
Okay, so where are you guys going? You have all the villages that are currently on the map that you can interact with.
So if we interact with the villagers, it'll be like one-on-one. We have to talk with them, or do we just like roll for that?
No, it can be like one-on-one talking. Yeah, it can also be like two-on-one talking. Like, just decide what you want to do. You've got essentially half an hour to go around this village before your paid experience is supposed to be starting.
Well, what are we gonna do?
What shop is this?
The shop down there? That's just like someone's house, but you can see that there appears to be like a small child playing outside.
Okay, so standard RPG rules, we just go into people's houses and start asking questions.
Do we break pots as well?
I don't think we're in that RPG.
Oh.
Girl, we are basically Girl Scouts at the moment.
Yeah.
Sounds alright.
So we're selling cookies.
We're selling our services to get rid of three people that may or may not be threats to the community.
Well, with brains like those.
Well, he wants to go to the blacksmith. We can like divvy it up.
Yeah, we can split.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go explore this village. I really don't. I can't think of anything in particular I need from the blacksmith.
Fair enough.
No. We're literally going to the blacksmith to ask the questions. That is part of the exploration process.
Yeah.
I thought we were splitting up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just give you a basic rundown of places. Over here is like a hunter cabin. You can see here just outside there's like some skins that are tanning in the sun.
Where's Hunter cabin?
Yep. Just to the north, to like the northeast of the tavern. You can probably see some people heading over to the fishing docks. There's also some militia just sort of roaming around. Down here is like a greengrocer. Over here is like a residence, another residence, and this one is like the mayor's house. And you've got like farmer's residence, and like another residence over here, and then finally down over here you've got the blacksmith.
Okay. Now, Harris, consider you're the one in armor and basically a uniform. Why don't you talk to the militia?
I was thinking just that. A question though: did they see the whole situation that happened, and they just ignored it, or did they not see it?
They did see it, but they were like pretending not to. Like they just didn't want to get involved.
I see. I'll head over then.
Yeah.
Everyone else should pick, I think. I'll wait.
Okay,
I'm gonna go
so
ahead and talk to the mayor.
Hey, why is it appearing on the map twice? Because its token's right there.
Yeah, but I cannot move that one. I don't know why.
Why? Why can you not? Oh, hang on. Let me just.
I can move this one, but I
Hang
cannot
on.
move the other.
Hang on. Controlled by. Wait, what's your name on? Oh, there we go. There you are. Controlled.
There we go.
Now you have it. I gotta update the token setting thing.
Okay,
Alright.
no worries.
I guess I can go talk to the blacksmith. I do need to sharpen my weapon.
Okay.
Ono will start making his way there.
Yeah. I'm just going to. Alright, so. Huckleberry, I'm just going to temporarily remove your token from the map. Because.
Yep.
Because.
Okay, I'm probably gonna talk to the hunters because I imagine they probably have seen a couple of things.
Alright, then I'll tap to the general goods.
Yep. Alright.
Oh, before we all split up, I tell everyone to meet back in 20 minutes. If possible.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question.
What's up?
What's the house to the direct south?
Direct south, right here.
No, it's further.
Further down.
Behind
That's
the
like a
base.
That's like a residence.
Oh.
Yeah, you can see that there's a young girl where, just sort of like playing around, probably throwing a ball. But
Is there anywhere I could visit?
yeah. Like, there's the young girl down below with someone in her house as well. There's also these houses with like generic villages. Or you could, even if you don't have to go around talking to someone, you can just investigate the general area of the village itself.
I think I'm gonna go talk to the little girl.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll just go with down the list, starting from the 2 militia with Harris. So, Harris, you can see that the militia aren't very well armed. They've got, at most, like, leather armor and some very cheap swords. Maybe a spear on one of them.
Right. So I move over after separating everyone and introduce myself, you know, the careful stuff, just like I did to the 2 guys, and I say, well, good morning, gentlemen. And after introducing myself, I say, hey, did you happen to see the commotion here with these 2 adventuring parties?
Oh yeah. We did see that, but you know, adventurers, they can be like little rough around the edges. So at most, as long as they're not causing anyone else trouble, and it's just something that they're having a dispute with amongst themselves, there's not really much that we can do.
That's so. You know, the first adventuring party, the 3 guys. What do you know about them?
Oh, you mean Tom, Dick, and Harry? Well, I know. I know Harry can down a keg in just a minute. Oh, that was an impressive drink. But even then, he's still a mighty good shot with his bow. I swear, it's almost like you can see Did and I like 200 feet away.
And this party, are they? How long have they been here? They seem to have garnered quite a reputation.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, sure, they may be a bit rough and tumble a little bit, but they've been here for like maybe a month or so. Well, I think like, they turned up as soon as not long after the dungeon formed. They said that they were going to solve the problem of the dungeon for us. Because us militia, we're not well equipped to be dealing with any sort of like dungeon exploration or God forbid, any sort of random monsters that wander out of there. Sure, we can deal with a goblin or two on a good day. Yeah, but we're mostly used to dealing with like wildlife, like wolves and like boars and that. Stuff that damages the fields.
And have you heard that in this town there's something about a new guild of adventurers or something of the sort forming? What do you know about that? What has the town been saying about it?
Oh, you mean the new building that's being built on the outskirts of town? Yeah, I heard about that. So it seems like there was someone who came and dropped a lot of money to have that built. Oh, I heard that they gave someone platinum. God, if I could have get a glimpse of that, I'd have been just set for life.
Those three, they have been helping around the town, you say? Haven't been, they seem quite rough, and I hope I'm not being too forward with you, but they don't seem to be the kind of adventurers that would, have the tact to handle being around villagers too long, They cause any trouble, but any fights, apart from the one we've seen, of course.
Well, that's the thing, is that they don't seem to cause the villagers any trouble. It's like they know that if they cause any kind of inconvenience to the villagers, they can't stay here any longer.
Right, and just another thing in the topic of all these adventurers, how many of them come to this town? How many would you say are coming to the prospect of treasure?
Well, I'd say in the recent weeks, the flow of adventurers hasn't been coming in. Or maybe they have, and have just never noticed. You see one rough-looking individual, you've seen a bunch.
Bunch of greenhorns, would you say? Much like us, I suppose.
Well,
bunch of greenhorns?
Well, maybe not greenhorns, but there were some people that do seem a bit more experienced than the others. But I think they've moved on from now.
I see. One last thing before I go. This cave, it has caused you a lot of trouble, no? It seems that you have placed a lot of faith into these adventurers only for the prospect of the cave. How distressing it is. I suppose life has been a bit rough since the monsters have been showing up?
Well, monsters is not an uncommon occurrence, and it's usually something that we have our meager village expenses spent upon to hire adventurers to go and exterminate them. In fact, I seem to recall a story of several months ago where an adventure party came here and they cleared out a goblin cave not too far away from here.
Very well, thank you for your help, my friends. And I suppose I should warn you in advance that we are going to talk a bit of business with this other adventure party, but as you can see, they were a bit brusque in their methods. I hope no problems arise, but well, let's see how you know how adventurers are. You said it yourself. They can be quite unexpected in how they act. Still, I hope that we don't cause an inconvenience to you.
No, don't worry. Yeah, so long as you adventurers solve your own problems, we'll handle the villagers' problems.
I see. Thank you. Keep up the good work.
You too,
Alright,
my fine
good.
gentleman. All right.
Right.
So that's Harris. Let's go Luzette. What are you talking about the hunter with?
Okay, so what am I talking about the hunter with? I'm probably gonna ask him about the two young lads that we encountered earlier in the middle section of the village.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, so
All
I
right.
approach him. Alright, so I'm gonna approach him. What is the hunter looking like? Like he himself?
He looks like pretty tall build. He's got a bow that's close to him, some arrows that are never far out of reach, and he seems to have like a typical like hunting clothes kind of deal. Although since it being a fine day, he's a bit more relaxed right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he seems a bit wary of you because tabaxi around here, of your stature, aren't very common. But yeah. But he is like, "Can I help you, my fine sir?"
Oh, good afternoon. Yeah, you actually can help me. See, I arrived to this village today in a mission alongside a group of adventurers, and I cannot help but meet a couple of young adventurers that were already in this village before us, filled with dreams and hopes, but sparkling eyes, youthful, but I couldn't help that there was something nagging at them, something that they couldn't quite put their finger on it, and I was curious if you could enlighten me a little bit about it, if you know anything of the sort.
Oh, you mean those two, Jack and Jill?
Yeah, exactly.
What youth. Reminds me of my times when I set out on adventures. And he's got this like look of nostalgia about him, but then he just shakes it off and says, "Well, those two, they're a really nice source. They look out for each other a bunch, and you can tell that they just watch each other's backs. You know that girl? She's very talented caster. I saw her casting some magic tricks when she first arrived here, and that boy." He's got a bit of work to do with the bow, maybe with the sword, but I can see that he's got a lot of work on him. He can shine into like a fine warrior.
Yeah, the youth is an untapped mine of potential. So, anyhow, again, I couldn't help but notice that there was something that was bothering them big time, but they couldn't quite express what it was. So I was wondering if you could clear things up a little bit and explain to me if there is something that, in specific, that they were bothering them that they couldn't share with anyone at all.
Well, adventurous problems are best left to their own, but I will say that when they first arrived here, they were looking around with like a lot of smiles on their face, but after a couple days, I started seeing them laid down with heavy bags, and it's almost like they lost that little spark that made them so wonderful to watch over.
I see. That is truly a shame. And do you happen to know if they arrived to this village a long time ago, and if they arrived alone and no more companions with them?
Yeah, it was just the two of them, and let's see, it was about 2 weeks ago that they arrived.
2 weeks ago they arrived. Okay, interesting. And what about you? How long have you arrived in this village?
Oh, I've been here since I was a wee lad. I stepped out. I stepped out to help fight in the Civil War, but I took an arrow to the knee, and so I decided to return back home.
Yeah, some wounds never heal, but you have to make do with different types of strengths. I understand. So, you have been here for a long while, I take then. So, has anything out of the ordinary happened here? Maybe new people gathering out here that haven't been seen before? Maybe strange reports, something of the sort?
Well, it has been some time, and I have noticed that the forest seems a little disturbed. Like, I don't tend to go near the dungeon entrance, just in case I come across any sort of stray monster that's come out of the dungeon. But even then, it's getting hard to find game around these parts.
I see. Why haven't you, or the village as a whole, gathered up a group to at least investigate the surroundings of the area?
Well,
surely you will have more chances as a group than going alone, even though you seem clearly experienced about it.
Oh, well, we did, and then when we realized what we were dealing with, we decided to reach out to the adventurers to come solve it. Like, the militia, God bless their hearts, they aren't as good as during the time of the Civil War. Yeah, most of them have taken injuries. They can at most fend off like a random bandit, maybe a boar or a bear.
Sounds like everybody in here seems to have issues dealing with people targeting their knees. Alright. I see. I'll figure something out, but you've been proven useful. Thank you so much, and after we're done doing our thing here, I hope you take care of those two kids, those two young adventurers.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright, take care. And I turn around and the still asleep halfling still behind me.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that he just turns around and there's just like a pass down.
Yeah, as I am walking away from the hunter, I'm like, oh, don't mind him. He's just tired, clearly.
Yeah, and and the hunter just sort of like nods in understanding. Yeah, and just like turns away from you.
Yeah, I've been degraded to babysitter. Don't worry, it won't be that long though.
All right. So, let's go where... Oh no, at the blacksmith.
Hello. I take a look through the corner of the blacksmith, of the smithy, just to take a good look at the blacksmith first.
Yeah. You can see that he's a dwarven blacksmith. And he's banging away at what appears to be a horseshoe of some kind. You can tell that he's pretty good with his craft, as most dwarven craftsmen, well, as most dwarven blacksmiths are. But I don't know. There just seems to be something about him that makes him reluctant while he's smithing.
Is there like some sort of door or anything?
It's just an open forge. Like, there's an entryway where you're standing, right in front of the forge.
I see.
And behind him, you can see like the entrance to his house.
Try to. Well, I. 1 second. I walk through and wave hello. Hey, you got a grindstone I can use?
The blacksmith looks up to you and says, and just sort of grunts and says, right over there. And he just goes back to work.
So I'm able to use the grindstone for the time being?
Yep, you are.
Okay, so I take take my sword from the back, unsheath it, leave the scabbard down, and I just start working on it. and I get busy for a little bit before I get bored of just staring at my sword getting sharpened.
Yeah.
So how's business here usually?
You can't complain. There's always nails in need, and there's always some horse that slipped his shoe where it needs replacing. And you know, making arrowheads isn't all that bad. And he just kind of like sighs. He looks over at your sword and says, "Mighty fine weapon you've got there."
Pure Yamato craftsmanship. I think it's almost on par with the dwarves. Of course, you guys are known for your resilience. However, it seems that there's just something, you know, I feel like there's a little hesitation in you. Call it intuition.
Oh, well, I don't know. Let me take a look at your sword. And he's sort of like...
By all means.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
it's a two-handed Nadachi.
Yeah.
Very nice craft.
Yes, I see. Oh, I see. So this is what they've been doing. Well, no, I can't. I promised I wouldn't.
You wouldn't?
And he hands back the sword to you and says, "Might find Blake there. Make sure you take good care of it."
Well, I try my best, but I do end up banging at it a little bit. Just comes with a trade. You seem to have history with these kinds of weapons, huh? Don't seem the type to, kind of have that sort of connection.
Well, you see, I've seen my fair share of Yamato blades in my time. The odd one would end up in my forge back in Zul'Madan. He seems really reluctant to talk about his past.
Well, I'm one from Yamato, so maybe I know this person. You want to share, or you want to keep to yourself? You're a man of integrity, I can tell.
Well, you see, I once made a trip to Yamato myself. Bit of a cultural exchange, we could say. Yeah. I learned some of my craft there to improve it, and I learned how to make them fancy swords like ones you got there. But I don't know. When I got back, there was just something different about my home. It's like some form of shadow had laid over the land, and I decided to just leave that place.
Came from all the way up the north, huh? Or am
West.
incorrect? West.
Yeah.
I'm not very good. I apologize.
Don't mind me. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm enjoying my craft over here. But, do I miss the fires and forges of home?
How was home for you, huh? What you usually craft there?
I made some of the finest weapons for our elite soldiers. I worked right in the heart of the sanctum sorry, I don't mind me. I'm just quickly
going back. So much lore with this guy.
Yeah. I used to work in the sanctum of Zogumdun. I don't know.
I think I've heard a person or two boast about their weapon being from there.
I see.
What brings you to this quiet village?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeking inspiration. But I think I'm done with the hustle and bustle of the forge. I just want something simple now. Now, if you have any other questions, I'd suggest you be off.
Just
Okay.
just a few. Just a quick few. Are there any particular people who get here specifically for weapons? I can think of a few, maybe 3, some group of 3 people, maybe a group of 2.
Oh, group of 2. That reminds me. Yeah, there was 2 young adventurers. They came here with like a really nice sword, and they said that they had to sell it for some kind of guidance thing. I guess. Let me go grab it for you.
Please.
He walks back into his home, and you can hear him just sort of like rustling around with a bunch of things. And then he comes back out, and with you can see like a longsword that's been engraved with something, maybe some runes of a kind. It is now. I can tell that this is not your average sword. But
damn, that's inspirational.
Indeed.
How much you pay for that one?
Oh, I gave them 10 gold for this. It's a mighty fine weapon, and I thought I could get something from this. But it seems just like your average enchanted sword. I've seen a dozen of these back home.
May I, actually?
Yeah, of course. And he hands the sword over to you.
Put it in my hand. Just get a feel of it.
Yeah.
Is it like enchanted? Like actually?
Give me an Arcana check.
Well, I'm bad at Arcana, but I will try it anyway.
20.
Wow. Okay.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Nice.
As you hold the sword in your hand, you try to get a little bit of feel of it. Perhaps try to sense any kind of like magical energy in it, and you can just feel a warmth spread up your arms and into your body, and you feel very invigorated for some reason.
This is no normal sword. You bought this for 10 gold?
Yeah. It's not like I had much on them, and they were young. Yeah.
Well, I still think that an owner should not be parted with their sword.
Well,
I understand you're trying to make a profit here. How much would you consider for me to purchase this back?
Well, if you have 12 gold, I'll take it back from you. You can take it off from me.
1 second. And Ono goes back to his corner, takes a look at his pouch. For short. I'll come back later. Is that all right?
Sure. Just make sure to hand me back that sword.
Sure. I'll
Give him the deposit.
Oh yeah. See, this rich guy on my party is always nice with money. Said deposits are a good idea. I can maybe give you half now, so you're sure that I won't run off with it?
Persuade him.
Alright. Where's my persuasion? 15.
He seems kind of reluctant. It's a very good sword, and he's like, nope, it's either full price or nothing.
Fair enough.
Put down the deposit anyway, so he won't sell to anyone else.
There's a voice in my head saying that I should be putting down a deposit anyway.
There's a voice in your head giving you financial advice.
See, this rich guy in my party, he said it was in good faith, so I'll leave this here, and I give like 5 gold, because that's the only number of gold coins that I actually have in gold.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come back with the 7, and we can talk about it.
Alright, he takes the golds. Says, "Gonna come back quick."
Ono nods and takes a look at his sword. Well, I guess this looks pretty sharp. Does like this cool like flicking anime switch, he sheathes the weapon like coolly. Well, I'll be back in just a little bit.
Okay.
I
All right.
Imagine like Ono just walks coolly out of the shop and then he starts sprinting. Where is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He does do that.
He's.
So let me take that.
Remember, Ono has flying speed as well, so he can fly.
But would it be ethical to fly?
I mean,
Why wouldn't it be?
I guess. I mean, it's not like the village guard are gonna shoot you down or anything. Oh yeah, Discord restarted. Oh no. Okay, so after the smithy, we're going to go to the greengrocer, and then finally we'll go to like the young girl, and then finally the mayor, the house of the mayor.
Okie dokie.
And hopefully, by the time all this RP is done, I think I'll finish up the session there. Alright,
Yeah.
oh yeah, right. Let me back. Let me grab key.
We do gotta watch the Ian
oh,
preview.
You gotta watch it. Yeah, I'm running to our local rich guy Ezrafel. He likes to walk. He likes to stay underground for the most part, anyway.
All right. All right. So you're dashing over. All right. All right. So in that case, instead of doing Grocer, we're gonna do Ezrafel next.
Okay.
Ezrafel. Cool sword. I need 7 gold.
I just flick 7 gold to him.
I run back. All right. It's 15.
Yep. All right. And with that, the smith will hand over the sword.
What should I put in my inventory?
Just put like enchanted longsword.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we still need to identify what's enchanted with.
Yeah.
Which,
But it's
fortunately,
enchanted.
I have the identify spell.
Or I think we can just short rest and see it if possible.
No, it'll only
Anyway.
take like 10 minutes.
That's true. Okay, I'm going to put that in my inventory.
Yep. And plus, it's essentially a quest item.
I need it. I need to give it back. Or take it.
You know, that whole scene just reminded me of that time when Zoro just went into that sword.
Ha!
Oh,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know it.
Good stuff.
Okay, so Ezrafel, after flicking away the coins, what do you do with the mayor's house?
When you say the mayor's house, is it like literally just a house, or is it like also the mayor's office or whatever?
It's the mayor's residence, essentially. Like, he entertains guests here.
Okay, then I'll knock politely on the door, and I print myself up looking important and rich looking.
Okay, so opening the door, you see a maid. You see a maid open the door and says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Out of character, we know that the adventuring hall that's being built is owned by Ratatoskr, right?
I don't believe it is. I don't believe the adventuring hall is owned by Ratatoskr.
But
Unless
we
it-
are funding it?
Yeah, but Ratatoskr is funding it.
Okay, that's what I mean. Like, we're
Yeah.
the fundraiser for
Yeah.
it.
Basically,
What's
like
our front organization called?
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil. Okay. Is that like a merchant company? Or...
Yep, it's a merchant company essentially. Like it has access to all the resources of Ratatoskr, like
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. But it's essentially just the front-facing one.
Okay. So the maid opens up, asks me what I'm here for, and like,
Yep.
good afternoon. My name is Azrael. I'm a representative of Yggdrasil.
Ah, I see. And what may I do for you?
Well, in addition to my occupation as a representative for Yggdrasil, we are also on the payroll as an adventurer. You see, my compatriots and I have come here hearing about that dungeon, and we're here to investigate it. I was hoping I could speak to your mayor in order to gather some information about both this fine village and the dungeon that we are here for.
Okay. Wait one moment, and let me see if the mayor is available. Please, come inside and sit. And she leads you to like the living area and gestures for you to sit on the seat.
I sit down looking all polite, unlike the lazy, lounging look he had in the inn earlier.
Alright. Yeah. Alright, so after a short moment passes, the mayor walks into the room, and you can see that he's in a fine suit, but he also has an appearance as if he was a dragonborn. He's got scales and horns, and you can see here a tail poking out the back.
What's the greeting custom?
Rogue. Greeting custom how?
Like, what is the polite way to greet someone that is a higher rank than you are?
Stand up.
When it comes,
Stand
Okay.
up, and
yes.
like they're
Oh,
a
okay.
mayor, but they're not. They're like a baronet essentially.
Okay.
Like
So I stand up and do a slight bow, but not too low, just a slight one.
yeah. The mayor gestures for you to just sit down and says, "Please, enough of the formalities. I hate that kind of stuffy stuff."
Well, alright then. And I just sit back down. But not too casually yet. But enough to look like I dropped a little bit of formality.
Alright, and he just sits down across from you and says, "Now, what business do you have?"
Well, as I told your maid, I am a representative of the Yggdrasil company that is currently funding the adventuring hall here. The one that's currently being built. Me and a group of adventurers have been tasked to help investigate the nearby dungeon on account of the potential risk it might possess.
Yeah, that dungeon has been causing me it's been causing me no short of grief, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm certain that the local hunter may have told you that finding game has been a little bit more sparse than usual.
Yes, and importing goods into this town is, well, not many merchants are willing to come out this far.
That is also a consideration that my gristle company has been concerned about. With the low trade routes going in, I fear that the investment that we put into this area might come up the kaput.
Well, that's where I'm hoping that you can investigate the dungeon, and if you find the core, you don't destroy it.
Oh, I'm sure. We're capable of investigating and making sure that we don't destroy it. Unless, of course, something extreme were to occur, such as a much too dangerous for any villager to handle. But I wouldn't be concerned about that. That's a rare chance for that to occur. You see, in this line of work, you could say that we are experts in this field. Hopefully, once we do the assessment of what the dungeon, we can have a flourishing, adventuring town here. And I believe that would benefit for almost all of us.
Yes. I hope it will. In any case, is there anything else that you need from me? My day is pretty packed.
I was hoping to gather more information of what you've heard so far about the dungeon, maybe if you collected it or not. I also have some concerns about the local adventuring people in this town. That would be bad for business, you see.
Well, I can't do much about adventurers. Their purview is taken over by the adventurer guilds themselves.
Oh, you have no concern whatsoever about getting your hand involved. We are more than capable of handling it ourselves. You know, adventurer being to another adventurer. What we need is just information, and perhaps a sort of blessing for your villagers to not interfere if things need to be done.
Adventure problems are adventurer problems as far as I'm concerned.
I'm glad we have that understanding.
Now, you wish to ask a bit about the dungeon, correct?
Well, that is correct.
Well, I've read some reports that have been shared with me, and, well, yes, there have been some treasures that have pulled out. There's some fancy-looking jewels, a bunch of gold coins, but just as many people going in there. There's at least 2 that don't come out.
So you're saying that out of 3 people that would come in, 2 would not be able to come out?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Or even if they do come out, they're filled with grievous injuries. It's like their adventure, and it's like their adventure has been cut short.
Has there been any recounts of what happened down there?
Usually stories of like goblins, some traps. We do have an understanding that the dungeon is at least 2 levels deep, but they haven't been able to break through to see if there's anything further than that. Or if they have, none have come back to return the tale.
So you're saying that 2 out of the adventurers have not been able to come back unharmed, and yet it's been so far designated as some sort of beginner dungeon? Is that assessment correct?
I wouldn't say beginner, but it is one that beginners who would want to challenge themselves with.
But it is quite suspicious that such casualties have occurred at such frequency still. That does warrant an investigation for sure.
Well, like I said, adventurer problems are adventurer problems.
Of course. Well, thank you for that. Now, aside from the dungeon, I'm also concerned about these 3 adventurers that have been extorting other adventurers in this town. Have they been causing any other problems to the villagers here, or no?
Nothing that I've heard of. Now, please, I must be going. Yeah, I need to return to work.
Very well. Thank you for a bit of your time. I very much appreciate the information, and don't you worry, we will solve your dungeon problem soon.
Thank you. And he walks out the door.
I come out, stretch, and I just frown. Well, at least we know what the layout of the dungeon is, but that wasn't much help. Taking care of those 3 hoodlums. He grumbles.
Alright. So, Greengrocer, Siwo, Chiwo.
Yes. I enter in. Oh man, what a commotion morning. My head is still ringing. Got any light snacks around here?
Walking out is a fairly plump lady. Like, you just imagine like a typical grocery lady, and she says, "Ah, how can I help you?" If you look over here, you can see that we've got some freshly cooked sweet rolls.
I'll take me one of those.
Ah,
Sorry about the commotion this morning. Yeah, Three Stooges was just fumbling about against another party. Did you happen to hear?
oh, you're talking about those Tom, Dick, and Harry brothers.
Yeah, those 3.
Well, they seem nice enough, I guess. Although a bit rough around the edges, don't you think?
Yeah, I do believe so. Have they been here long?
Oh, they've been here about 3.5 weeks. It's been
3.5 weeks.
Yeah, not too long since the dungeon formed outside. They came here. They said they'd come here to solve our dungeon problem for us. In there, so they were friends of this famous adventure party, or some such. What was it?
Sounds
like
to be a famous one.
Pram thing? Premise? I think?
Doesn't really ring a bell. Oh well, that's fine. I'll take one of the sweet rolls and rolls and put on the counter. I'll take me one of these.
That'll be just 1 silver.
1 silver? Sure thing. Do calculations later. How about the other 2 adventurers? What were they again? Jack and Joe?
Oh, those sweet kids. I always set aside some of my leftovers for them because it seems like they're not eating so well lately.
Such a kind lady. I hand her the 1 gold.
What's this for?
The sweet roll.
1 gold for a sweet roll. I said 1 silver.
Oh, 1 silver. My bad. Let me do a quick change of that.
Yeah. Like 1 gold for a sweet roll? What kind of daylight robbery is this?
Sorry about that. Have you heard anything from the dungeons?
Oh, nothing. But nothing but just some tale about an adventurer who brought back a jewel the size of my hand.
Oof. Sounds like it's gonna be good loot today.
Yes, but for every 1 success story you always hear about one who's comes back dejected with 1 less person in their party.
I'll be fine. Look at these guns.
Yeah. Well, you do seem pretty strong.
I'll be alright. Well, looks like there's nothing much else here. Thanks for the shit roll.
No worries. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Alright.
And I'll just stumble out with my massive headache.
Alright. Now finally we have Wolf, the cowboy, who's approaching a small child.
Sorry, that's a hilarious statement.
No, do not put it like that.
It's alright. I just...
Is he in the bushes?
Yeah. Are you in the bushes?
Okay. Sorry, I was just checking something on another server.
No, but you can just see this small child that's just sort of like playing around in front of this house. She's like throwing a ball with like a small like puppy, and just chasing after them.
Howdy, little girl. I have a little question to ask, if I may do so.
Oh, who are you, mister? Where'd you come from? Oh, are you one of those adventurers? Oh, please tell me a story. Have you slayed a dragon? What about a giant?
Alright, slow down a little bit there. Is your mom inside your, is your mom somewhere, like, in her house or something? I need to ask her a few questions, and after I can maybe tell you a few stories if you want to.
Well... Oh, well, my mom went far away, somewhere, just, about a couple of years ago. When I was very small. It's just me and my sister now. Sure, I'll go grab her.
Very well then. I'll wait, out front your house.
And she runs inside. Then outside appears this tall... Oh, I should also say that the young girl was dressed all in pink, and she had like cat-like features. And her sister walks out, and you can see here that she's got like brown hair, cat ears, sort of tail sticking out. She's very well dressed for someone of this village.
Howdy, man. I'm just coming around, and I just needed you to answer a few questions. I'll be right along the way.
Well, I'll see what I can do. What kind of questions did you have?
Alright.
You're a bit quiet.
Okay, sorry, my mic broke.
Okay, that's alright.
I'll ask you this first question, nice and easy. Have you, what's your opinions on, Jack and Jill, was it? Forgot their names already. Which guy told me their names, but I don't think I remember.
Oh, okay. You mean those two young adventurers? Yeah. Well,
yeah, exactly, those two.
Yeah, they've been staying with me since it seems like they can't afford to stay in the inn. They usually just sort of, at the end of the day, come home and just collapse into bed. I'm a bit worried about them.
Tired after a long day. How long has it been since they bunked down towards your residence?
Oh, it's been about a week and a half now. I've quite enjoyed having them around, though. They've livened up the place. And my sister enjoys playing around with them. It's like she's gained some older siblings.
Very nice. I have another question. What do you think of the that weird adventure party? What was it, like that 3-man Scrooge group? Like what? Dick, Tom, and Bailey? Dick, Tom, and Kelly? I don't know anymore.
Well, I used to be an adventurer, but I had to come back home and look after my sister after my mom passed away. Yeah, and I can tell you for one, they ain't no adventurers. They're just plain thugs. Sure, they may be able to solve some issues, but the way they go about it is just terrible.
I see. That's my same opinion of her. So, may I ask when they showed up here?
Oh, it would have been a while ago, but maybe 3.5 weeks ago?
Man, so around a month, okay. Any suspicious activity from them? Like, towards other adventurers and,
well,
anything?
if they... well, I can tell you that if they seem to spot an easy mark, they'll be all friendly towards but then later, you'll see those same adventurers that they're quote-unquote helping start looking all tired and drained, and it's almost as if they're not getting any food at all. It's almost as if something is taking everything from them.
So, you're saying that... So, let me put this straight. Jack and Jill, two young adventurers, currently living at your residence, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And these three thug-like imposters of adventurers showed up about a month ago.
Yep.
And you mentioned that Jack and Jill constantly come home very much tired, almost to the point of collapsing. Do you think this has any connection with the big thugs?
Well, I can't say that the thugs seem to be, those three thugs seem to be very interested in the dungeon. Perhaps they're taking them down into there and having them help out. Well, help out.
Well, I was just making sure because me and my party members are currently very much greenhorns, and we acquired their help and inquired about them guiding us, some of a tour guide through the basics of being an adventurer. But I'm sure that you could probably tell that I highly doubt they're going to be proper tour guides. Even I could tell as a greenhorn.
Well, all I can just say is watch out for them.
Well, you too. And tell your little sister to take care of her friends, because you always know friends go a long way in this line of business.
Yep. And then the little girl runs out and says, "Oh, mister, you promised to tell me a story."
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You want me to tell you a very simple story? Very short, but very sweet.
Oh, well, don't worry. I can wait. I can tell that you're busy. Here, promise me that when you get back and you're done, you'll tell me a story of what you just did, what you did.
Very well, but no promises.
Oh, please.
Okay, look, pinky promise. Okay, little girl?
Pinky promise. She breaks out her pinky.
Promise.
Yeah. Alright.
There you go.
Yeah. Bye now. And she runs back inside. Alright. And I think we're done with everyone. So everyone meet up back in the front of the tavern. Okay. Alright. So. Right, so, you guys gonna share what you've learned?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys glean? I got this cool sword, and he just kind of holds a weapon, like just a longsword in his hands.
Hey,
Scabbard.
where'd you get that? That looks mighty fun.
Nice.
12 gold from the smithy. One of those little adventurer types that we saw earlier sold it for 10 gold. And I couldn't believe my eyes. It's enchanted. They need to take care of this kind of weapon.
Enchanted for 10 gold. Just still.
Alright. Should
It's
I
a s-
share?
Yeah.
Should I share what I found since I was the last one here?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Alright. Let me put it down on the table. Straight cards. So, this Wilga and a sister, cat-like features. Nothing really that doesn't matter in this whole situation. But hey, witch guy, you remember those two adventurers that the three scroonges were messing about with?
Are you talking to me?
Witch guy.
Oh, I thought I heard a large guy. Sorry, your accent is something to get used to.
Did they go AFK?
Or muted. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, you buddy. You remember those
Oh, I was muted this entire
Oh.
time.
Ah.
Okay, I was like, why? I mean, I'm right here, bro.
Oh, I think they're gone.
I was like, yeah, I'm casting Identify, by the way.
I
Yeah.
can still hear her. I can
I
still
was
hear
like, wait,
his voice.
why did they cast Identify? What did I
Yeah.
hear?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
just
wait.
saying random stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Gotcha.
You want to bless?
Okay, so, no. They cast Identify, so they basically know what it is.
Okay.
So
yeah.
what is this thing?
Okay.
What does it do? I felt elated when
It's
I
a
had it.
sword.
Well, yeah. I've seen many.
It's
I'll let
not-
the DM talk there.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so, you can tell that the sword has been enchanted by something very strong. Yeah. And you can tell that if you were to strike a foe with it, you would be able to burn through their wounds. So essentially, it's a sword that deals
Lightsaber.
extra fire damage.
Oh.
It's a lightsaber.
It's a healing sword. Every time you cut someone, it cauterizes the wound.
Cauterized.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
It's
tactical.
Hey, alright, back on hand. Witch guy,
Alright.
one of those two little young adventurers,
Yep.
Jack and Jill?
Oh,
Literally the two people that we met and did all this asking around for 20 minutes ago. How could
Well-
I forget?
yeah.
Well,
It just seems like
okay.
every single piece of information went there.
Yep. One more thing. I'll also say that it can increase your vigor for a short amount of time for that sword. So basically, it'll give you a small amount of temporary hit points.
Hmm. I'll
So-
keep it on my side for the time being.
So I hopped down towards this house. Little sister and the older sister living inside, and apparently the two young adventurers were bunking down there. Surprise, surprise. So every time they come home from their little excursion, they come home deathly tired to the point of nearly collapsure, like almost like blacking out. Touch the bed, they're gone. And apparently, the three scroonges, as I like to call them, Bart, Bailey, and Kelly. Was that their names? I don't care anymore. I really just, they said it came about 3.5 weeks from now. They came in, and they said that every time an adventurer does an excursion with them, they come back deathly tired, almost to the point of capture. And I get a feeling that this might have a connection with those two young adventurers. Now, another thing is that I'm gonna drag you all into one of my problems. The little sister wants to hear a story after we come back from this bloody dungeon. So, y'all better keep me alive or I won't be able to keep my bloody promise.
I shall try my best to protect you in our adventure then.
Alternatively, if you die, we can just tell the story for her.
You better exaggerate it, because I ain't going down without a fucking fight.
Relax, you're not gonna die.
We'll tell her you died like a bitch.
You're not gonna die. I say as I'm going to make it sure that well, I'm gonna try my best to kill one of you guys.
Oh.
Not really, but not really. I like your character.
The difficulty is up.
The difficulty will be up. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, it's no fun if there's no risk of death.
Well, I'll cut that down. Don't worry. You'll get to live and tell your story.
Anyone else got some information about those three scrounges cart-carrying Bart?
I do a little bit. The guards, they seem to consider them, well, while indeed just normal adventurers, they have gained quite a reputation for, well, their skills. There certainly is something there we should look out for. At the same time, I do believe too that they may be, well, pushing out those two kids we saw before too much. We should see what to do. But I also think the town will not oppose to us, dealing with them.
May I interject about the guards' opinion on them about being actual adventurers?
Go on.
Right. I know a piece of information just came up in my head. I'm still trying to come back from this fucking hangover. The older sister used to be an adventurer before their mother died, so she had to come back here. And she said that those three dumbos aren't adventurers, they're just close to thugs.
Indeed?
I mean, they could
one
be,
guard,
That would make a lot of sense.
one guard praised the skills of leader, I believe, his bow. Even if they are thugs, they are mighty ones.
I highly doubt they are legitimate adventurers. They're adventurers on paper, but well, they may be skilled thugs. In the end, they're just fucking thugs.
That I do believe.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, we should go with caution.
Alright, I'm gonna say that Hickleberry wakes up while you're all discussing this.
Oh, he finally woke up. Hooray.
Finally awake.
Broccoli, he'll mention something about a trinket that his great uncle stole from a dwarf.
Hey, Shorty, it's over. No one's listening to your story anymore.
What? Where's Jimmy?
Jimmy? Who's
so
that?
The guy at the tavern. I was talking to him all night.
Shorty, we are currently in the middle of exchanging information about multiple individuals. You were sleeping in the sack the entire time like a goddamn potato. Well, you're in a literal potato sack, so I guess you are.
Okay,
Oh, I'm a potato now? That's interesting. I've never been a potato before.
Here, let me help you out, so you can get your bearings a little bit. I grab him with bag and all. I just show him around that I lift him to make him think that he's taller than everybody else, and it's like, here, better now? Do you get a better sight on everybody now? Or is my back more comfortable?
Man, being a potato doesn't feel any different than usual. Are you sure I'm a potato?
Yep. Suits you.
Well, you're the size of one.
Not as nutritious as one, though.
Well, I don't
Listen,
know
if
the
you want to
directions.
be the potato, you have to feel it. Your first mistake was doubting.
Being a potato is not very interesting. Wouldn't recommend it.
I would
Fair enough,
recommend
thank
it
you
either, because
for
I'm
that
the one
information.
carrying them. Anyhow, off you go, and I lift him, like I put him on the ground so he can get out on his own.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah, so all I got was that the dungeon got good loot and the street roll here is nice.
Ooh, dungeons got loot.
Dungeon
Have
got loot.
some for the rest of the class.
I found out something asking to some of the hunters around. So besides the things that we can already assume, such as the reason of why the kids are all bummed down and what could have been, I also found out that there has been a group of assembled to investigate the nearby dungeon. Only investigate, not really assess the get rid of the dangers that it contains. So seems like a moderately large group was sent there, but they didn't decide to delve further because they felt like it was a little too dangerous. So whatever we're dealing with, even as a group, it might prove tough. So there's that. Although I have to question the capabilities of this group that was assembled, aside from like a handful of people. Experience, but who knows? So yeah, that's all I managed to gather.
Useful.
Right.
I think that's. Is that all of us?
I think that should be all of you.
I just hand like a journal to everyone. I wrote everything down.
So you were
So,
listening in on everything.
So
Wow,
potato
which
sack,
guy?
do you have anything you might want to add?
No, I'm just listening.
Cool. Okay, so I guess that's all then.
Well, what's the plan now? We meet up with them? I want to see the store for myself.
I'm sure that if we talk to them, we can get some more information from the dungeon, considering that they've been going down there with Jack and Jill.
Down the hill, it seems.
You
Down
know,
the-
I'm not.
Right.
I'm still kind of pissed that they woke my little nap of my hangover. So I bet we gotta go back via administrative means.
I lean over to Ono. He woke up by himself.
Oh. We'll see. Hey, if things go south, you have permission to shoot them. Does that make it better?
Oh, I won't even shoot him. I got this cast iron pot in my backpack. I'm gonna float. I'm gonna swing that motherfucker so high they won't even see the fucking stars before they hit the ground.
I'm interested in seeing that.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Just to make sure, if you do kill them, make sure that their equipment is still salvageable. That way we can loot their bodies.
Well, one swing and my hangover will be straight gone. I just need to get this bloody anger out.
All right, and with that, we're going to stop right here.
Time to stop.
Yep, it is time to stop.
Time to stop.
Yeah, good session, guys. I hope you enjoyed just having it be RP again this time, but next time we are definitely going to get into combat.
Yeah, I'm sure if we had one more hour, we could have done more.
Yeah.
Apologies for the white noises as well.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Problem.
That's all good.
But
No worries.
next session we are going to go dungeon diving. That'll probably be the entire session, and then just seeing how things have played out here. There'll probably be one more session for this mission, and then, well, depending on how well you guys go through the dungeon. And then afterwards, that'll be mission complete. And
I better not die. I want to keep that promise.
I'll try to keep you alive.
Can we just break that Decas is dead? That'd be better.
If you die You
I
die.
got a cast on pot. Whoop.
Yep. So.
I am so proud of you all.
Mm-hmm.
We were civil,
Mostly.
mostly.
My minions, yes.
When I was laughing after I woke up from my hangover, and when I started laughing, I was actually laughing. I was actually delirious. Like, I wasn't faking it. I was like actually like laughing.
I hope you guys enjoyed fucking me and Finn's bullshit.
It's amazing.
Immersive.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, great session, and we'll see you around next week.
See you next week.